And I love in this one that we get to take control of Seer for a small amount in an incredible sequence, which I don't know if you've seen, but
I have.
I had chills the entire time. It was Tell us about your involvement in that with Darth Vader, because I know you went up against him in the first game, but this is a bit different and there's some history there. And man, that is, you can now say that you've a character of yours has fought Darth Vader. I mean, it's just crazy when you think about it. It's one of the biggest characters of all time.
Yeah, very prolific in this in the Star Wars universe and in any universe as far as supervillains are concerned.
Mm,
Um, when I found out at the table read, I didn't know until we were actually reading. We had a table read for it last year that Cere dies at the hands of Darth Vader, and it made me happy. It
wow.
made me happy because I honestly felt that Sear and I had nowhere else to go because the epitome of your growth, it's almost like when a show is on and you love it and it's being doing well, but everybody knows when it's time so that it doesn't try to jump the shark, so to speak. It doesn't try to do whatever it can to engage an audience in a false way in order to keep an audience there, in order to keep the show going. It knows when it's time to let go. And I think that is the making of a great show. On HBO, there is a show that I'm watching now called Succession
Yeah.
with a stellar cast. And so they're only doing these 3 seasons, and they know when to let go, as opposed to trying to perpetuate the storyline. What other storylines can you give us? These characters are so sincere that you kind of know where they are meant to end, so that they can go off into the mindset of their own lives as we let them go
Mm.
from watching it. And I think this is the same thing with Star Wars Jedi Survivor. When I found out that I was going to die at the hands of Vader, I thought it was a beautiful death and a way to leave an essence with Cal so that he can continue to grow, and that the sacrifice was necessary and mandatory for Cal to have his own life without me.
Mm. And
Without me.
not many people can say that, he wobbled away, Darth Vader. You took it to him. I'm pretty sure
I gave it to him good. And we gave it to each other. We
Yeah.
gave it to each other. And I think it's no stretch of the imagination that in the coordination of the fight and the choreography of the fight, that we both injure each other, you know,
Mm.
at the same time, the same way, spontaneously. And I think what's so beautiful about that is I die with an awareness, a force sense of awareness of what Cal will have to do and need to do and will do. And the same way that Walt Disney died, his last words were a name, and it was Kurt Russell. No one knows why to this day, that his last words when Walt Disney died was the name Kurt Russell. And so in that force sense, and right before that release, I utter the name Trilla. So the journey will continue somewhere without me, because even saying that was the bridge. And so I knew I needed to die. I knew for the story to continue, I couldn't continue with it. I knew that Cere could not continue with it. I think I've lived exactly what I was meant to do. It's like running a relay and passing the baton. It was time.